We're back here in the tackle room, and today we're talking about the baits and presentations that have really worked for me so far here in the month of May. You don't want to miss this one. Stick around.
There, I got him. You.
And here is this video's featured comment. Congratulations! If you would like to have your chance to have your comment featured in an upcoming video, all you've got to do is leave a comment. And now, on with the video. Welcome back to Lowbrow Fishing, and today we're talking about baits that I'm using so far in the month of May. Now, so far in 2023, I have been really fortunate. I've had a lot of good days out on the water. I've caught numbers and size. It's been a really good year so far, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of it. But for the month of May, what has been working for me has been concentrating on places that other anglers are missing. I know a lot of guys say that, but on my home lake, on the big lake, what I'm watching a lot of guys do is, well, they're fishing fast. That water has warmed up, so they've got the crankbaits out, the spinner baits out, and they're just chucking and winding, and they're getting skunked for the most part. Me, I'm going right up under the flooded brush, and I'm pitching and I'm flipping. You guys have been along for the ride all year, and you've been seeing what I've been doing. And you've been watching the baits that I've been using. So today, I'm just going to kind of break it down for you, what I've been using in detail and how I'm using it. And well, first of all, we're going to start with this guy right here. Just a regular pack of cream stick baits. These are out of the bargain bin. You guys know I'm a sucker for the cream worms out of the bargain bin at Walmart. They're just fantastic. They're only like $1.25 or something like that a pack. You get 5 in a bag. They're not the best plastics, obviously, but they are what I want them to be. They're a little bit tough, which is good because I'm going to be beating them up. A softer plastic like a Guggen or a Yamamoto, while those are soft and they're supple and they're really great, they tear up way too easily for what I'm doing with these. So I need something that can take a beating. Whenever I'm doing the presentation, it's up to me to make sure that I'm enticing the fish with a natural enough action. So that's what I'm trying to do with a wacky rig or a Nako rig or the Waco rig, which is something I just did a video about. And I'm interested to see what kind of fish you guys can catch on it. So let us know. Let us know in the comments if you've been using the Waco rig and if you've been able to catch those big bass or the numbers of fish like I've been able to. Anyway, this Bama craw, in the waters that we have around here, they're stained. They have a green hue to them. They're really mixed up right now. There's a lot of boat traffic. There's been a lot of wind, and we've had quite a bit of rain. So that water has stayed sort of a murky green. It's still pretty clear. You can see all the hydrilla in it, but there's like a fog to it. This stands out pretty clearly, and it stands out like a beacon. It kind of radiates a little bit, which is something that I want. I want this to stand out. I want my baits to stand out because it makes it easier for those bass to locate it. I'm not looking to get lost in the background, and this helps me do that. So this is going to be the first type of bait that I'm going to be using and a color that I use quite a bit.
Hope I get that one. Ooh. There, I got him. You bounced off of that log and he hit it right when it hit the water. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Got him right in the roof of the mouth. So, gorgeous, beautiful fish. And he was right where he was supposed to be. Right up under that brush pile. Hey, thank you, little buddy. Make sure. Yep. All right. Thank you, little buddy.
Now, next up, continuing on that same line, we've got these guys, right? This is the Strike King Shimmy Stick. And this is a color that I've really, really grown to like. It's called Sweet Tater Pie. And it's, it's got some orange, it's got a little methylate in it, it's got that black. It's like an orange and yellow bruised banana sort of color. And it's a very natural looking color, so it's not off putting to those bass. It's something that will still entice them, something that will still attract them. And with that water being stained, it's something that really sticks out underwater. And like I said, it makes it easy for those bass to locate my bait. Again, I'm fishing it on a wacky rig and a Mako rig, but I'm really especially fishing it on the Waco rig. And if you want to know about the Waco rig, I'm going to put the video link down in the description. If you fish a wacky rig or you fish flooded brush a lot and you need a weedless presentation to do it with, the Waco rig is the way to go. But anyway, Sweet Tater Pie is a great color. Now, recently, I did a challenge video, and Mikey Balls challenged me to fish a new bait from Gambler and catch fish 3 different ways. I failed the challenge, but I was so impressed with the bait that I've been using it a lot lately. And it's the Gambler Boxer Crawl. You guys have been hearing me talk about these quite a bit. And the things about them that I really like, there's a lot of unique features that just aren't on any other crawl style plastics. The colors are awesome. These colors are just really, really good. This color here this is their June bug, and it's just got an awesome, beautiful purple hue. It's got this little tab here for when you're pitching and flipping to help keep it up on the hook shank so it doesn't get jostled free. The way these claws are, they have a really unique action to them. They almost kind of float and wobble as they just sit there in the water. You don't even have to twitch or anything. They almost like sit up, and that's very much how a craw does whenever it's alarmed underwater. It puts those pincers up in a defensive position, and that's kind of what this reminds me of what it looks like underwater. But one of the great things about this is those colors. I can get some really, really awesome colors. I mean, you've got your regular, like this is your watermelon flake, and this is a kind of a different take on a watermelon red flake because it's very translucent. It's very see-through, and that's something that appeals to me, especially as the waters in my local area, as they clear up and they become more gin clear. This is going to be a great color to work with. That translucency is really going to help it stand out under the water. Another color that I really like is the black with the blue cross. You guys have seen me fish black worms with blue tips. Well, obviously I had to get some of these. These have really been putting in a lot of work for me. There's, there's even these right here. Green pumpkin with a chartreuse tip. Right now, again, these almost glow under that water. They almost shine under that green stained water, which is really effective. So they make great jig trailers, which is what I've been using them for. You've got this right here. This is a color called Magic Crawl. And you can see that blue shine to it, right? It's almost like a green pumpkin, but it's got this blue radiance to it. And that's been my favorite jig trailer. I've been pairing it up with green pumpkin jigs, and they've been working really, really well. And on the point of talking about jigs, you know me, I got to throw a jig, right? And as that hydrilla thickens up and fills out, well, I've been using a flipping jig. This is a Guggen 3/4 flipping jig, and I really like the color on this. It's a very bluegill-like. The bluegill in my home lake, in the big lake, they've got nice bright orange bellies. So this really mimics that. It's a great presentation underwater when that skirt flares out. And I don't really impart a lot of movement. The way that I'm working these is I'm essentially just flicking it out there, letting it sink down, uh, letting it dead stick for a while. I want that skirt to kind of flare out and do its thing in the current. And then I'm twitch it a couple times and then bring it back and then pitch out to another spot. Let it sit there, let it go all the way down and let it sit there. And then Again, dead stick it for a while, pop it, twitch it a couple times, and then bring it back. And that's how I've been flipping those hydrilla mats, and it's been working really good. I've been pairing this up, obviously, with that boxer crawl trailers, and it's just been knockout. It has been lights out. I've caught some really nice fish doing that. But I have to say that the MVP jig that I've been using so far this year is this guy right here. This is a Strike King Hack Attack fluoro flipping jig. And I don't know what the floral means, like, other than the fact I guess you're supposed to use floral line with it, fluorocarbon line. But this thing is just amazing. And the thing that I really like about it is it's also got that blue hue to it, so it matches that boxer crawl, that magic crawl color. And so it's a complete package, but this is a shorter jig. It's got a short shank on it, but a really nice big hook. So it's got a very compact profile. And whenever I'm fishing a jig, that can be important, especially on those days whenever the bass, they got a little bit of lockjaw, they're not looking for something really big, but you can still get them to bite. This, I've had really great hookups on this. I've caught some really nice fish. So far, this is my favorite jig so far this spring, is this fluoro jig, and I will definitely be getting more of these. Now, lastly, one of the things I want to talk about that I've had a lot of success on is, well, working top water. But I haven't been burning it with a buzzbait or anything like that. I haven't been really screaming anything across the surface. I've actually been going nice and slow. I've tried slowing things down with a top water walking bait, such as a spook or a pencil popper or something like that. And I've not been able to generate so many bites. But whenever I get along that brush line, right? Whenever I'm parallel to that brush line and I can throw something like this Rico popper. First time I tied this on, I think I caught a 4-pounder with it. So, I mean, this thing is just magnificent. But that white color, even when it's cloudy, I can throw it out there and I let those rings fade and I just give it some nice subtle twitches, and that's what it is I can really hold it in place and I can just bring those fish out from up underneath that flooded brush. Now, I'm not going to be generating 50 fish a day. That's just not what's happening in my area right now. But I can get some good ones and some good size. And in just a few hours, I tell you what, I am definitely getting the skunk out of the road. I catch fish every single time I've been able to go out. Now, sometimes it's only 4 or 5, sometimes it's 25, but I'm still able to generate strikes. And this is one of the key ways that I'm doing it. Like I said, I just cast it out there, let those rings dissipate, and I pop it. And I pop it and get that bloop, 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 and then just let it sit there. And I've had a popper just completely inhaled, and I didn't even know that the bass had it. I set the hook, and I was like, wow, that's a really nice fish. So don't rule out fishing along brush lines and along laydowns and things like that with a popper. Just go real slow and easy with it, cast it out there, let those ripples fade, and just pop it right back to you. A couple of times, I'm working at maybe, I don't know, just a couple few pops, and then I reel it back in, cast to the next place. Because if the bass isn't going to hit it, I'm moving on to the next place. I'm trying to locate those fish that want to bite, that want to play with me. I could probably aggravate a fish into a bite, but who knows how long that'll take. There's other fish that want to play. And using this popper, it actually helps me locate those fish. So another little popper that I've been able to use, obviously, when I want to scale things down and pare things down a little bit, is this guy. Little storm chug bug, right? We all know these. We all have one of these. And this gold bottom, this is something that I'm using whenever it's overcast outside. If I feel that the Rico popper is a little bit too much, I'm getting a little bit too much bloop in the water, and I want to dial it back just a little bit, well, I throw this. And I'm throwing this on a spinning combo that's got 10-pound braid on to a fluorocarbon leader. And that's where I'm just, a more finessey popper presentation. And I'm throwing it in the same types of areas. I'm looking for open places inside that brush or lay down sticking out from underneath that brush or whatever. And I'm throwing this out to the end of that. And I'm giving it a couple pops. And I'm letting it do its thing. And I've had some really nice fish on it. So a big popper and a little popper, sort of a 1-2 punch. It really works. So definitely don't rule it out. So there you have it. Those are some of the baits and plastics and methods that I'm using to get things done out on the water this May. I've had a lot of success, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the year as we move into the summer and those fish, they head out deep. But there's always a population of fish that are always going to be shallow. And guys like me are going to be out there flipping a Waco rig up under that brush just to see if I can't pull one out to say hello. Thanks for watching Lowbrow Fishing. We'll catch you in the next one.